Every night, billions of people lie in the dark and stare at the ceiling. They call it insomnia. They call it anxiety. They call it a broken mind. But what if it isn't broken at all? What if it is your body remembering something your civilization made you forget? For most of human history, people did not sleep the way you sleep. They slept in two separate phases, with a gap of 1 to 2 hours in between. Historians call it segmented sleep. Researchers call it biphasic sleep. Your ancestors simply called it the first sleep and the second sleep. The scholar Roger Ekirch spent 16 years reading historical documents from across the world. Diaries, court records, medical texts, letters written in the dark. The same phrase appeared again and again across centuries and cultures. I woke between my sleeps. What did people do in that waking hour? They prayed, they reflected, they checked on their children. Some visited neighbors. Some had sex. Some wrote down their dreams while the images were still sharp. Doctors of the time believed that hour was the most honest hour, the mind halfway between two worlds. Then, in the 1800s, something changed. Gas lamps arrived. Then electric light. Then factory shifts with fixed start times. Suddenly, the night had a price, and wasting it was no longer acceptable. Within one generation, segmented sleep disappeared from the historical record. Not because humans evolved, not because the brain rewired itself, because the clock arrived and told the body it was wrong. Researchers at the National Institute of Mental Health ran an experiment. They removed artificial light from volunteers for several weeks and monitored their sleep. Within 3 weeks, every single participant reverted to a 2-phase sleep pattern. The body remembered. Without being taught, without being told, it simply returned to what it had always been designed to do. Here is what the science suggests. That gap between sleep's that quiet, dark, wakeful hour is when the brain consolidates memory, processes emotion, and repairs the architecture of the self. And we engineered it out of existence. Not with surgery, not with disease, with a light bulb and a schedule. The modern epidemic of insomnia may not be a disorder. It may be a memory, a message from a version of you that still knows what night is for. You were not built to sleep in one straight line from dark to dawn. You were built to wake in the middle of the night and sit with yourself. That restlessness you feel at 3 a.m. is not a malfunction. It is a door, one your civilization bricked over 200 years ago. If you want to understand what else the modern world quietly removed from the human blueprint, subscribe to Nullborn. The next video may not let you look at yourself the same way.